Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is that time for us to discuss the final episode of the challenge 36 Double Agents. A huge congratulations to CT and Amber B. Is Amber B the first rookie to win the season? You know my challenge memory ain't the best, but is she I think they would have said if she was the first rookie. But congratulations to them. I got a lot to say about it. And the first thing I want to say, the true winner of this finale was the editing team, because they did an amazing job making me feel like anybody else outside of CT and Amber had a chance to win this. They did good editing. Like, it was a point at the end, I was like, damn, they done went wrong direction. They about to lose this shit. Oh no. Let's jump into it because I got a lot to say. I have a little bit of conspiracy on production. I kind of knew CT was going to win. CT was on my fantasy team. And that's what I was trying to tell Drew and Charles in the beginning. You got to stick with experience, because experience wins these challenges. CT has done a million puzzles. CT has ran these long distances finals a million times. I mean, so has Corey, so has Leroy, I guess, technically. But CT has experiences as a winner. I do have one bragging right there with the fantasy team because I had CT. I also had Nany, and you saw what Nany did. But let's get into the episode. So up first, we got to see who CT and Amber B gonna give this extra plate of food to. Now, we already knew last week, CT ain't no fool. He about to give this food to Cam and Corey because they on his ass. They second. So they getting the extra food. But they gave us a little bit of dramatics. Amber B doing her rookie thing. Oh, I'm friends with Cam. Oh, I'm friends with KC. Oh, I'm friends with Leroy. I don't know, big brother. I don't know what to do. Whatever CT says, I'll do. And I'm like, bitch, be a boss, bitch. Step, as T.S. Madison and RuPaul would say, step your pussy up and give Cam and Corey this plate of food. Like, girl, I'm going to read Amber B at the end, but for right now, girl, put your big girl panties on. Give somebody the food. Of course, CT tried to act like, well, you know, they was against you all season and Big Brother did you wrong. And CT was like, y'all did me wrong too. I ain't about to try to remember who did who wrong this season. Common sense says if you want to win it's $1 million. At this point, no one cares about friendship. If you want the $1 million, give the food to Cam and Corey, and that's what was done. So at this point, that extra plate of food did help Leroy and Nany get into second place. So Leroy and Nany are off next. Then Corey and Cam weren't that far behind. They was eating that food. They was doing a good job eating that food. And here goes KC eating the hell out of her food with a broke knee. And Fessy sitting on a rock like, I don't know why you eating this shit, girl. Excuse me. I don't understand why KC was not medically eliminated. Like, we've seen people get medically eliminated for less. This girl cannot put any weight on her leg. What is she going to do? Hop across this ice to finish a final? Y'all was really going to let her hop along? KC, I don't know why you ate the shit either. I'm not mad at Fessy for not participating because he's looking at KC hop and be like, girl, you can't finish this final. Why I want to eat this? I wouldn't want to drink I wouldn't want to do it either. But Fessy did look like a bitch because he's the one who did all the talking. You don't know. Like, we know, but Fessy, you don't know. You could have hopped along with KC and you never know. The final could have turned into everybody for themselves. You know, they've done that before where they started off as partners and then they break up and it's everybody for themselves. I don't know. I didn't like the bitch assness of what Fessy was doing, but I understood, like, I'm not eating this for KC to just, we gonna lose anyway. But let's move on from that because I don't care. So up next, they got to get in these kayaks and kayak across the ocean to their puzzle pieces. Like I said, fantastic editing because every time, like when Leroy and Nany got in their kayak, like CT and Amber B were nowhere to be seen. Like it always seemed like everyone had this huge lead, but when they got up to the puzzle, everybody was like, bam, bam, they were still there. So it was great editing. The puzzle, we saw this before, but lackluster, I don't care nothing about that puzzle. It's still CT first, Leroy and Nany, and then here comes Corey and Cam. From that, they solve their little statue puzzle. They run. Is this when they run? They run to the Cave of Ice. That Cave of Ice, I ain't never had. Are they in Antarctica? Where the hell are they at? The Arctic, wherever they are. I ain't never had, correct English, I've never had any desire to want to travel somewhere and be cold. I hate being cold. But that ice cave looked so beautiful, and just the scenery. I was like, I wouldn't mind taking a little Antarctic cruise and get off the boat and see some ice caves and take pictures. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like, it was just very beautiful. You get to the ice cave, and then I was like, dun dun dun. It's math. I'm like, oh, Amber B about to lose it all for CT because they each had their own briefcase. I'm like, the lead is shot. Amber B is about to lose it all for CT on this math problem. But of course, only one partner has to solve the problem for the whole team to be safe. It should have been they both had to solve it. That would have been fair because Amber B honestly wasn't nothing but a tag along. Now, if it comes down to who could run 30 miles around a mountain and get up the mountain first and it's straight running, Amber B's killing it. She's killing everybody. She's probably going to beat all the men. She could run her ass off. But outside of running and keeping up a strong pace for CT to follow, she didn't master any checkpoints. I mean, yeah, she ate her food. Yeah. Part 2 of the final, Amber B did nothing. And what kind of magical calculator does CT have in his mind where it seemed like he solved that problem in 30 seconds? Me, and you know I think I am a numbers whiz. When I saw all that, I said, this is bullshit. Because it's not just like 957 times 8. That's something you could figure out, draw it in a piece of sand, bam. You probably got about 20 numbers on these lockers. You got to add up. First, you got to pick out which numbers even apply to you and then add them. And I guess you can do it in your mind. But after, you know, a long day, no rest, no food, no sleep, your mind is jumbled. But CT did it like that. Lackluster. It would have been more exciting to me if Amber B would have had to figure that shit out. And I could have saw CT get frazzled, be like, bitch, add them up. Use your fingers. Maybe she just can't do multiplication. I don't know. Since CT wins, he gets the decision of, do you want to trade partners? And he really was sitting there thinking about, I guess I could get Cam, but why would he trade when Cam has not? Because they all started together. You see, you got the runner. Cam can run, but you have the runner. Why would you trade with Amber B? Amber B has done nothing so far to make you lose. And I could see if who is a female of the game like that CT really looks out for. I can't name one. If anyone, maybe Nany, and he definitely don't want Nany ass. So, and Nany tried to vote him in. I would stay with Amber B too because Cam was trying to ice you out and Nany couldn't do nothing to help you. So why punish Amber B? So everybody stay partners. I wish somebody would have traded partners. Like, I wish Leroy and Cam would have got an opportunity to work together, because Nani lost it for Leroy. But let's keep it moving. So now they got to sleep in the ice cave. Since CT came in first, they get some kind of thermal waterproof sleeping bag. Leroy get the next best sleeping bag, and Cam and Corey get a blanket. Not waterproof, not nothing. As cold as it got, like down to 17 degrees, I don't know how much sleep you was going to get anyway, and it doesn't seem like anybody got too much sleep. You and your partner take turns. One of y'all got to hold something while the other one sleep. It looked like everybody stayed up and talked most of the night. And I don't understand why the person who wants to go to sleep got to dunk their face in the ice bucket. It would have made more sense the person who wants to get up from the sleep dunk their face in the ice bucket, because that's going to wake you up. I don't know. Let's move on. So the next morning, Leroy announced that this was his last final, and everyone's like, oh, nothing too exciting about that. So the next morning, they got to run up the ice mountain, get an ice pick. It's still the same leads. Now, what I don't understand is CT and Amber get a 5-minute head start, but then Leroy and Nani only get a 2-minute head start in front of Cam and Corey. Why doesn't everybody get the same 5-minute head start? And why didn't everybody get the same 2-minute head start? And why did the 5-minute head start look like a 5-hour head start compared to the 2 minutes? Because clearly Cam and Corey caught up to Leroy and Nani's 2 minutes like that. And Cam was walking half the damn time. So that either says production gave CT and Amber a huge head start, because like I said, ain't no time clocks out there, or Nani is slow as hell. Like, Nani's run is slower than Cam's walk. I don't know. But I didn't like, it should have been 5 and 5 or 2 and 2. But moving on. The next ain't too exciting. Get your ice pick, break open the capsule. Get your capsule, start running up a mountain. Drop the capsule, solve some kind of coding equation. Okay, this is what I don't understand about this 5 minutes. Or unless Amber B and CT are hella fast runners, and I don't think their running is that fast. So where Amber B and CT get to the drop your capsule sign first. They drop their capsule, they running up to the top. They're like, damn, we didn't even look at the answer key. We got to run back down. They run all the way back down, look at the key, memorize it, run all the way back up, solve their problem, and we don't see Leroy and damn Nani, Corey, and Cam anywhere in sight. Like, not even on their ass. And I'm like, how the hell, they only have 5 minutes, how they run up the mountain, down, and back up in 5 minutes and still be not on nobody's ass? I don't know. The little coding wasn't exciting, because it's not like you really have to memorize all of the codes. As long as you got a couple of the letters right, it turns into Wheel of Fortune. Just guess the damn word. Okay, you guessed the word, run. We still going up the mountain. Now we got the famous, is it, what I say? I already mentioned that. So now we got is it a tanogram? I don't know what kind of puzzle it is. All the different triangles to make a shape. So we have the tanogram. I know I'm saying it wrong. We have the puzzle. Of course, CT is supposed to be the puzzle master. Him and his son do tanograms at home like they do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know. It seemed like the edit wanted us to make it look like CT was struggling. And then like in the horizon, we get to see Cam and Corey, Leroy, and Nani all kind of look like they were going to catch up to CT and Amber B. But oh no. You might have been off in the horizon, but of course CT done figured it out. Flip. It looked like they damn near threw their puzzle off the mountain and they go to running. I want to know, how long did it take Leroy, Nany, Corey, and Amber B to solve this fucking puzzle? No, not Corey and Cam. Because after the Tano Ground puzzle, it's a race to TJ. Who getting to TJ first? And like I said, the edit was so exciting because we see at some point Amber B and CT make a wrong move. They didn't follow the arrow. They lost. The edit made it seem like while they off in La La Land lost, that Leroy and all them, the gang of four, they done called up to each other. Done solved the puzzle, flipping they shit over, and they running to TJ. And so we see Leroy and them running, because, you know, Leroy in second. Leroy and them running, and then we hear CT talking about, Amber, we ain't on the path. Where's the fucking arrow? There go the arrow. Bitch, you know, went the wrong way. He ain't say all that, but it was funny, because I'm like, damn, Leroy, because, yes, CT was on my fantasy team, but I did want to see Leroy win. And I'm like, man, Leroy getting ready to win it, because, you know, Amber B dumbass done went the wrong way. Let's go, Leroy, let's go. And so, you know, we going, and finally, TJ's like, I see him coming, and then bam, it's Amber B and CT ass. I said, what kind of head start did they have? Like, that 5 minutes, they made so many mistakes, and in the 5-minute head start they had, they were able to forget their code and go up and down a mountain, go in the wrong direction and come back and still win the shit. And then you see, by the time we even see the fight for second come around, they up there drinking water bottles, having a good kiki with TJ. They ain't even out of breath no more. So I'm like, how much of a head start did they have? Or how fast were they running? I don't know. The fight to second was the most exciting part of this whole final. I'm happy, and I hope they do this in future challenges. They took it out for a while. I hope you all put it back, where second place was for $100,000. So there was a fight for second. Because I feel like if it would have been like $1 million to first place only, and second, third, womp womp, you go home, whatever little per diem you had, and that's it. I feel like nobody would have fought. They would have all just crawled their ass up the mountain and tag you in, we done. Congratulations. It was a fight for second, because $100,000 is still a lot of money. It ain't 900, but it's 100. So I hope they keep that, because I feel like it makes the fight to want to be ahead more exciting than people, like how last year, once Bananas and Jenny did whatever they did, it seemed like everyone was like, well, Fessy and Corey let Kyle win. Like, they just gave up since they weren't going to be first. I don't like that. Put back the second place prizes. And I'm not even mad. Put back the third place prizes. Let them get $10,000. At least people will fight to want to finish. To where if it's like, I ain't getting first, so who cares? Like, maybe Fessy would have tried if it was a fight for third. You know, I don't know, but who cares? Leroy gets to TJ first. So now we looking down the mountain. Nany, bring your ass. Nany, bring your ass. And of course, Corey gets there second. And so now it's a fight between Cam and Nany. As soon as I knew it was between Cam and Nany, I'm like, Cam wins. So Leroy, you should have at some point tried to fight to get your girlfriend. I feel like you were cutthroat. You talking about, oh, I played a cutthroat game because of my last season. If you were that cutthroat, you should have cut Corey's throat at that final hall brawl. That way, no matter what, you have Cam or KC or Leroy. You see how your girl Nany performs any other day. You had the opportunity to pick Amber B before she was left for CT. I feel like Leroy, if you would have had Amber B, I don't know, because ain't neither one of y'all good at puzzles. Y'all asses would have been out of luck when it came to puzzles. But Amber B would have got you there. Amber B you and Amber B at Amber B's pace, y'all would have had that head start at least to where you had more time to work on the puzzles. I think you probably could have won it. You sunk your ship with Nany, but hey, that's your sister, so you say. But like I said, I've been watching the reruns. I ain't never seen Nany fight for you, and I really don't think she fought for you in this final, but let's move on. Let's talk about my 2020 hindsight, or is it hindsight is 2020? A couple of things that now that it's all over, I just wrote down in my notes. First, CT wins the challenge. So he really didn't feel the burn of not picking Cam episode 1. He didn't really feel the burn of trashing Big T the way he dropped and trashed Big T. It's kind of like CT got to be an asshole and still win. It's kind of like it doesn't matter how fast you can run. If you're not good at puzzles, none of this even matters. Because I'm going to give production 10%. Because I don't know, production could have whispered the numbers and shit in CT ears. And like I said, they gave him the colors up front. But hindsight 2020, CT was allowed to be an asshole to his partner this season. And to Cam at the very beginning. And it's the puzzles that's all that matters. I think if it was CT and Cam, they would have won hands down. Because Corey ain't good at puzzles. Leroy isn't good at puzzles. Amber B can't add for shit. Let's move on. I already talked about, and we talking about hindsight now. Leroy should have put in Corey. He should have been a complete cutthroat his final season. It's kind of like you and Cam did all of this for nothing. Like, you did all of this just for CT to win anyway. Oh, well. Nany. Nany is not trash. Nany is a fighter. She fought her way through the final. She didn't quit. But I think Nany is past her prime. Like, she's someone... I don't know why the guys were playing the girls' game. I don't know why, Leroy, this your season, you want to go out as a champ. Why didn't you make sure that no matter what, 4 girls in the final is going to help me win? I don't care which 4 it is. You should have threw the stronger men. Like, the girls were getting them strong girls out. Cam, she was setting herself up for the final. She was like, it's going to be me versus KC and that's it. Like, I would not have allowed Cam to get rid of Lolo, to get rid of Tori, to get rid of Teresa. I would have fought for some strong girls to be in the final just in case my partner flip. I'm going to have somebody to run with. Leroy, that was your fault. Like, you was playing Cam's game when it was your year to want to win. Cam already said she coming back. Aneesa, girl, after looking at this final, you wouldn't have finished. You need to train. Now, I know you over there on the All-Stars. I hope you get it together, girl. I hope you get it together, girl, because I would like for you to come back and at least, like how Leroy wants to go out in his glory, I want you to come back and at least be like, I could run a final. You know, people will trust me to run a final. I don't know, but what else I say? I said if this was an individual game, do we think Amber would have still been praised? Like, oh, she rookie of the season. Like, Amber is a runner. And okay, now she's an eater. But what else? What else, Amber? Like, if this was an individual final, Amber would have been washed. Cam would have washed her. I believe Nany would have washed her. And if it was individual, maybe KC wouldn't have fucked up her knee because of Fessy pushing her too hard. Like, Fessy wants to be the new face of the challenge. Like, he wants to be the new Bananas, the one who wins everything. the one who nobody wants to see in elimination. Like, he wants to be that so bad. But you're not there yet. It's just your second challenge. You haven't proven anything. Like, the only thing you've proven is, I wouldn't want to see Fessy in the hall brawl, but if it's an eating challenge, hell yeah, I want to go up against Fessy. He gonna hesitate. If it's a puzzle, it's eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who's having a good puzzle day? If it's throw some medicine balls through a fence, hell, anybody can throw a medicine ball through a fence. So, you know, the only thing Fessy has proved is that he's a D1 football player, tight end, and he can tackle. Don't want to see you in the hall brawl. And from the rumored cast of 37, it looked like you got some hall brawl opponents who won't be scared. They did show a cute little clip of TJ looking like Double Agents Ain't Over. I don't want season 37 to be Double Agents Part 2. I've heard rumors that it might be fresh meat because it seemed like it's equal rookies to vets. That'd be interesting. I don't want to talk about the rumored cast because there's somebody on Twitter who keeps an update on the rumored cast. And every time you turn around, look on Twitter, somebody done dropped out of quarantine. And so we really don't know what the cast is going to be. So I don't want to discuss it. But I did say Michaela from Survivor. I want her on. I hope it is a fresh meat. And I hope Michaela gets a good partner. I hope she gets a CT, I don't remember the other vet guys that were coming back. Like, don't get stuck with somebody who can't politic through the game, because Michaela is a hothead. She needs somebody like a CT who was a hothead to school her through the game. The reunion looks good. I can't wait to see that next week. And all I want to say last and least is thank God for the DVR fast forward button. What was this extended 20-minute Pepsi commercial with Ashley? And Pepsi mangoes sound nasty. Don't nobody want no mangoes in their Pepsi. Don't nobody even really drink Pepsi. Like, I used to live in Atlanta and it's Coke all day. I be mad when I pull up to the KFC and they don't have nothing but Pepsi. But thank God for the fast forward. I fast forward through all of that stuff with Ashley. But that was probably a cute coin for you, girl. But anyway, until next week, like, comment, share. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to watch All Stars come on today. And then April 30th on Drew's channel, Angel Cake Entertainment, he's going to have a panel to discuss the whole season 36 of the challenge. I can't wait for that because I just love to talk about the challenge and I love to talk about it with other people who love it as much as me. So we will be going live on Drew's channel on April 30th. As I learn more information, I'll put it out. A fantasy team update. We'll probably go over that on Drew's channel. I don't feel like we need another live to discuss the fantasy team update. Just know that I'll got a little bit of bragging rights because CT won. All right, y'all. I will see y'all next week for the reunion. April 30th for Challenge 36 Live with Drew. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.